Hello, everyone. It's Lydia. I'm the Gaia Experiences Manager, and I'm here at the Gaia headquarters. And today we have Karen Bell with us. We're going to be speaking with her about coming to the live event conference at the Gaia Sphere in June. Welcome, Karen.
Hi, Lydia. Thanks so much for having me. It's great to meet you, and I'm also so excited about the conference.
I know, and I can't wait. You're going to be back. You were at the last channeling conference here, and you're
Yeah.
back.
I'm back, and it was so great. I mean, the conference was amazing. I love Boulder, so I was thrilled when I got that email inviting me back. Super excited.
Yeah, and it was a great conference last year la in October, right? It was around
Yeah,
Octo
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, that was my second trip to Gaia, and it was an amazing event, amazing weekend. So I'm so excited to be coming back.
Well, for some of our Gaia members who might be seeing this video, what are some of the shows that you have been on Gaia so people can find you on the network?
Yeah, so I've been a guest on Beyond Belief with George Noory. That aired, I filmed it last March, so that's already up on Gaia. And then I do have a second appearance on Beyond Belief coming up that I haven't filmed yet, but that'll be coming up later this year. I'll be filming it in the fall. So,
Wonderful. Okay, well, I hope I see you, like, down in the cafeteria or something for when
yeah,
you're
definitely.
filming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Okay, so for those of you who may not know Karen, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, maybe a little background, maybe how you got channeling in the first place and who it is that you channel.
For sure. My name is Karen Bell, and I live in Canada, and I'm a clairvoyant and a channeler. And I started channeling in, let's see, 2018, I guess, would have been my first venture into channeling. I had already been studying mediumship for quite a few years at that point, but during that time, I was going through a bit of a rough patch, a difficult time in my life. And so one of the things I decided to do was commit to a daily meditation practice. And so as I sat in stillness every morning, I eventually became aware of this presence off to my left hand side. And to be honest, I wasn't aware that it was a being at first. I just clairvoyantly, it looked like this blue orb of light. But I just loved being in the presence of whatever this was. And so what I noticed about it was that it felt loving and peaceful and calm. And over time, what I realized is that this was one of my guides. This was Sarai, who is now the being that I channel. And Sarai is a higher dimensional being that speaks on behalf of a collective consciousness. And their intention with us really is to help us remember our true identities as spiritual beings, as souls, and also to help us release some of the limiting beliefs that we carry.
I love that. Well, for anyone, I've just heard people talking like for anyone who might be like afraid of channeling or think that it's something they should not participate in, can you kind of help us explain what is channeling? Where does it come from? And how does it, serve the
Right.
humanity?
Yeah, so I think of channeling as the art of allowing energy and information from beyond your thinking mind to flow through you. I think we're all channelers in some regards, right? But for me, what channeling feels like is it sort of feels like I'm just stepping off to the side or getting out of the way and letting something bigger come in and come through. And what I love about channeling and the information that comes in is that it's so incredibly empowering. I mean, for me personally, some of the most impactful teachings that I've experienced for my own life have been channeled teachings. And so, what I bring through with Sarai is really focused on empowerment, is focused on helping people connect with their own soul and their own intuition and their own inner truth. So, it's nothing really to be afraid of, although I totally understand why people have a little bit of hesitation at first.
Yeah. Well, I believe this is, and I might have said it earlier, this is your second time to be at the Gaia Sphere live event for the channeling conference. Can you give people an idea from the perspective of being physically present in the room with all of the channels? What are some of the benefits or what might you experience from physically being live at the conference?
For sure. I think there's something so incredibly powerful about being together in that shared space. So when you're physically in the room, I think there's this buildup of energy and the entire experience is amplified. And so in a live event, people actually tend to feel that energy coming through in a much more tangible way. And then there's also that feeling of connection, right? The connection with everyone in the audience that you may not experience if you're not there live.
Yeah, and you know what I would add just from my personal experience of being present for these live events is the networking and the connections, like, you get to sit with people from all over the world at lunch
Yeah,
and talk and connect, and people meet in the lobby, and they share cards and, you know, businesses, and nowadays people have businesses online where they can do Zooms, and you're really just looking for that like-minded community that resonates with what you're about in the world, right? And I think that's a great
definitely.
reason to find other like-minded community members as well to come and be a
Yeah,
part.
for sure. I totally agree with that. When I think of some of the spiritual gatherings I've been to in the last 10 or 20 years, some of the most memorable are those ones where I met like-minded people and, we're still friends to this day. We still keep in contact. And I think that's really important on the spiritual journey is that you surround yourself with like-minded people and a sense of community because it's very much sometimes you feel like the black sheep. And so you have to deliberately consciously surround yourself with people who sort of think on the same wavelength and can support you in that.
Absolutely. I even went to a meetup last night locally, and we were instantly, connecting on LinkedIn. Some of us connected through Facebook, so we could keep in touch with each other after that initial introduction. And so that's why the
Yeah,
internet is so amazing because it extends these introductions at a one-time workshop weekend. And then, boom, you can stay connected and share your lives together through technology, right?
definitely. One more thing I'd add to that is it's never an accident who you're sitting beside or who you run into at lunch, right? So,
Exactly.
and you may not realize that until after, and you recognize like, okay, there's some sort of synchronicity or deeper connection there. And so again, that's another benefit of showing up live and just seeing what happens and being sort of surprised by what the universe brings to you.
I love that. I call those opportunities divine connections,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. So, what are, as a channel, what
Mhm.
are you looking forward to the most about coming back to Boulder area and being here with everyone?
Yeah, well, I love Boulder as I named. It's such a beautiful, beautiful place to be. But I think, when it comes to coming to the live event, what I love most about it is the feeling of connection. So there's something really special about being there live with the audience and connecting with people and really seeing their reaction to what Sarai brings in and also the other beings that are there. And what I like to remind people too is that the channeled guidance that comes in is actually shaped by the people that are sitting in the audience. So it's somewhat spontaneous, it's somewhat unpredictable. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say that they are sitting there with a question in their minds that they never actually speak out loud, but that ends up being answered. And I think that's really powerful to experience because what it shows us is that these beings are aware of us, they care about us, and they're trying to help us. So the entire experience of connection, both with the audience and also all of you guys at Gaia, because it's been so fun to meet all of you and connect with you. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, and also you'll get to meet some of your colleagues that,
Yes.
I know I was talking to Wendy Kennedy, and she was like, "It's very rare that we're all in a room together,
Yes.
and this is an opportunity for this one-day event." So,
Yes, definitely. I'm really excited. I mean, I met Lee and Daryl last fall, but I haven't met Wendy yet, and I haven't met Jesse in person, although we've connected online. So I'm also really excited about just connecting with them and hanging out backstage. It's gonna be
I
fun.
love that. You're part of the
Part of the
family.
family, exactly. I love it. Gaia really does feel like there's a sense of family, which I love. So I'm really
Yeah,
grateful for
it
that.
it does feel like even like me and my role, I connect with the Gaia members, and I feel like this is family. Like all the subscribers and the members that I meet, there's just something, there's a connection, a frequency that we relate on that is so unique to
Yeah.
just the general population. And I feel so blessed and honored to be able to connect with all the Gaia members in that way. So, in wrapping up, just before we wrap up, I want to ask you, where can people find you on your websites or your social channels?
So people can find me on my website, which is intuitivekb.com, and all my social links are there at the top. And also, if you do a quick search on YouTube for Intuitive Karen Bell, then you can find my YouTube channel and subscribe over there.
Yeah. What do you do on your what do you offer? Like, do you have anything on your YouTube that you do regularly that people would want to go participate in, or is it just recorded calls?
Yeah, what I do mostly on YouTube is I take excerpts from my monthly events for my online community that I host on Patreon. So we do a weekly meditation, we do a monthly channeled live and a monthly channeled masterclass. And so I usually take little excerpts from that and then I'll post it on YouTube. So the link to my community is also on my website. But yeah, I've been trying so hard to keep up with my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna get back on track this month. So, so I'm looking
Yes,
forward to
we
that.
will.
I got a little
So
off track because I got really busy, like, teaching classes for various,
it is
companies.
so hard to keep up with all the things,
Yes,
especially if you're like an entrepreneur
yes.
and you're doing it all, yourself. So,
Yeah.
well, for anyone who's interested in coming to the live event, I'll just mention that it is Saturday, June 13th. So it's a little bit over a month away, and we still have tickets. We would love to have you all come in person.
Mhm,
But also, if you're like in, New Zealand and you're not going to come for a day,
mhm,
you can also get a live stream tickets. But what we really want to encourage people is those who can get here can come spend a little time in the Colorado mountains in the fresh air. It's a great time of year to be here.
mhm.
Come to our live event where you get lunch and you get to meet with people as well. Is there, and that's all of our business, Karen.
Right,
Is there
right.
anything that I want to just open up the floor for you before we say goodbye? Is there anything else that you want to share or let our audience know about or anything?
You know what's coming to mind is something that is just hilarious. There's a cafe that I just am obsessed with on Pearl Street, and I just feel like I wanna tell everybody about
I
it.
want to know about it. What is it?
So, I think it's called Wonder. Have you been to this little cafe?
No,
Yeah,
what do
so
they offer?
they have green juice and smoothies, and one of my favorite things is avocado toast. So avocado toast, and I think I had an awesome latte there also. So that's another thing. On another note, I'm very excited. I'm gonna be at Wonder,
What you're looking
probably
for?
3 times a day eating in this cafe, but it's an amazing, amazing place to eat if you need to find a place to eat while you're in town. So,
The St. Julian has good avocado toast too. You'll
oh,
be in that
really?
if yeah,
Okay, I
if
didn't
you're in
even
that
know that.
hotel.
Wow, okay, well, that is a little bit, yeah, I'll have to check that out too, I had no clue, but yeah, avocado toast all the way, it's my favorite thing for
That's
breakfast.
funny. All right, well, I thank you so much for your time. It's been a joy and a pleasure to speaking with you today, and I just really appreciate you coming in and being willing to chat a little bit about your arrival at the live event coming
Thank
soon.
you. Thanks so much for having me, Lydia. Excited to meet you.